All right, what's up everyone? So we're doing a little reaction video here talking about my man Paul and some of the exercises that he's doing. So let's just jump right into it. Let's listen to it and let's see what we got. So all right, let's let the video play and we'll give it a listen here.
The important point is that I'm working with a relatively vertical shin in that bottom position, okay? So chest is nice and upright. I can even start rocked back, sort of heavy on the heels, and then I load into it, but I'm not getting my knee beyond my toe just yet. So we're working on early stage gait. So my friend—
All right, awesome. So quick, immediate reaction. I love the idea of training different portions of gait itself. So the movement that we're going to dive into, actually we're going to put it on freeze from here in a second, is awesome because it's working on some deceleration portions of, well, that movement itself. And so when we look at that kind of movement, we want to look at not just what's kind of happening on the superficial level. Yes, it's one leg. Yes, it has the potential to increase balance because it is working on a specific motor pattern that's related to jumping. But more importantly, it's related to a specific quality of that movement, and that is the deceleration phase. And so let's watch it on replay here, and I'll talk through it on slow-mo and let you know what I'm talking about here. So here's the video broken down, right? Here's the first portion, freeze frame. His center of mass is about to go down and forward. So as he goes down and forward, he has to break in that deep position. So it's not just a vertical movement, there's a horizontal aspect of it as well. So when you really slow it down, you can see that translation forward. And that's what I'm talking about, and Paul's talking about too, that early stage gait, that going down and working on that deceleration. Now here's another movement that I'm messing with, pretty similar, right? Pause, freeze frame right there. You see me diving forward. Now this is a dynamic power lunge. More velocity going down, momentum, but same concept. Boom, that bottom position coming back up, focusing on the initial deceleration. Step down, rapid reversal, come back up nice and tall. Now let's break it down in slow-mo so you can see in comparison. Very similar to what Paul was talking about. This is a little more advanced. We have a little higher momentum, some little more velocity, but you get the idea. It's the same concept. That force, or the deceleration force occurring, that early portion movement, which then transitions us into the propulsion portion. So let's break that down real quick, right? When we hit the ground, force allows for transition into propulsion. So when we talk about that deceleration, we have to decelerate our center of mass going forward and down, so we produce force into the ground and it comes back up, and we have to then transition that into propulsion, which is the next phase. But again, this is just working on that first portion as you see here. So that second portion Paul talks about can be for the propulsion aspect. So all in all, what do I think about the exercise? It's awesome. As Paul mentioned, it's more of a concept than it is an exercise. He goes through a bunch of other progressions on there that you can check out in the video. Go to his YouTube page, go to his Instagram. But the idea is we can take down these movements, break them down into different portions, and from those portions we can train those portions, and together, the stronger those portions are, the stronger the movement is as a whole. No movement is just an isolated movement independent by itself. There's always pieces and parts that go into it. And so what I take away from this video is, yes, it's great to do single leg work, and single leg work can help your bounce. But it's not just doing single leg work, it's training the right portions of the movement so we get the most out of it. So hopefully we dive into the next video, some propulsion aspects, and guess what? It's not going to be the same movement that you're expecting. No, as much as you like it, we're not going to do the other half of what Paul talked about. We're going to talk about some other common propulsion movements that we see being used and some of my opinions on them. So if you guys like this video, let me know, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and comment below what videos you want to see talked about next. As always, appreciate my man Paul for letting me dive into that one there. So thank you guys, and hope you all enjoyed.